So a friend of mine shared an article with me the other day, and it was right up my street, and I'm going to sort of share it with you guys now. It really sort of taps into the nihilistic, there's no hope, kind of depressive sensibilities I've been known to exhibit in my lesser moments. So here it is. It's by a lady called Jessica Wildfire. The headline is, "There's no lesser evil or even a slower collapse." Now, I think I've spoken before on a TikTok about the concept of peak oil, which is this idea that we are very slowly running out of oil, and basically all of our products and services within the world, across all the civilizations, are all in some way connected back to oil. And that essentially once that tap turns off, everything, life, love, society, public services, civility, everything you know as you know it will cease to exist. Schools won't be staffed, prisons will no longer be powered or watched, so slowly prisoners will break free. A lot of people talk about oil and petrol in the context of we better move to electric cars, that'll sort it. But no, a lot of this stuff will begin to happen just as oil gets harder to pull out of the ground and becomes more expensive to produce and clean. I mean, I remember at the beginning of the Ukraine war, the Russian invasion there, everyone was spinning this yarn about Putin's gone mad. Putin's a megalomaniac. He's just trying to recreate the USSR and all that stuff. I was like, this is about natural resources. This is about Ukraine being a sweetie shop of natural gas. Putin just doesn't want a competitor selling gas to the European market, which Ukraine would have done. It was on course to join the European Union. Why would they not just produce their own gas and then sell it internally within the EU? So it all comes down to natural gas. And interestingly, according to this article, the Gaza-Israel situation also goes back to fossil fuels. It cites a UN report published 4 years ago about the unrealized potential of Palestinian oil and gas reserves. Natural resources worth hundreds of billions of dollars just sat under Gaza, sat under the Westbank. And the theory that's tabled in this article, I'm not saying I agree with it or that it's the truth, but this is just the theory, is that Israel have just been waiting for 4 years for some sort of serious attack to take place, so they could have the moral cover story to just go in and take it all. Now, I don't want to sound like a real conspiracy nut, but why isn't this narrative ever explored in the mainstream press? Is it because it is just totally out there, it couldn't possibly be true? Because this story makes way more sense to me than Putin's gone mad or whatever. Or could it actually be that if you started reporting how dangerous it is, when oil runs out, that people just wouldn't be able to handle it? Is that what it is?